morning folks, and welcome back to part 2 of our journey into camera trapping. I must admit the weather is fantastic at the moment. It's gone really cold, which is nice cold dry spell. So as we mentioned in the first film, we're having to do it camera trapping, and I must admit I'm probably diving into this headlong. I haven't done a right lot of research, only what I've seen on other people's films and that. So we're just going to have a do, because I said I didn't want to get dead good at it and then just, you know, show you how easy it is, because it's probably not. Well, I know it's not. So we're going to show you all the mistakes that we're undoubtedly going to make. So first job, once I've dragged this gear down here, we're going to have a look for a little spot. Dump that down there. Right, so this is the spot where I've done a little bit of filming here. Now, when I did the last film, and when I was editing it, there's a little mouse ran out. I'll put the timestamp on here. Quite a few people noticed it and said, "Oh, did you notice?" So there's a lot of mice around here, and voles and rats as well. But we're not bothered. That's by the by. All we want to do is we want to have a go at it, see if we can get the setup working. So we're going to have a little bit of a see. There's all sorts of, I mean, I don't know if you can see under there, but you can see where they come out from under the shed. There's this nice big log set up here. Let me take this tracking off. There. So, no, that's better. Right. So we've got this log here. Potential. I'll tell you what we have got down here, which is piqued me interest. We've got all these old sheep skulls that have just been, you know, collected over the years and that. So I thought that'd look quite cool, but you know, get a mouse coming out of one of the eye sockets, just something a bit different. But see, we've got a big open field here, and down the side there's a ditch, and a hedge runs down here. So it's just finding a nice little spot, a little location. Have a look down in the ditch. See, there's a stump there. You know, we could have this, but I don't know, it's a bit bland, is that? See, that's nice. We've got an old tree root there with some ivy on it. I don't know how easy it'd be to get them, you know, sat up on the top of there. So I think we're going to go back. Let's go back to the shed, to the cabin, where we know there's plenty of stuff knocking about. I think we're going to go for this one. I think it's nice that there. So we've got a stump. We've got a nice bit of moss there. We'll put a little bit of bird food down the back, and just see what happens, because there's all sorts. There's a lot of birds around here as well. Who knows? I mean, this kind of piqued me interest straight away. This little bit here. Now, whether you could get a mouse sat on there, I know I'm probably asking a bit much, to be honest. But for a first attempt, it's just about getting the gear set up, getting the flashes working right. So what we'll do now, we'll get the sheet out, and I'm gonna explain what we need, you know, equipment wise for this most simple of setups, if you will. So let's get that out now and have a chat about the gear. Okay, so we've got things kind of set up. We've got the housing set up on the tripod, got the distances right. I've had a look at that, kind of happy with that. PIR, I've just got that sat on a little log there, so I've altered the angle of the PIR sensor so that it kind of gives us a narrow field, if you will. If you have them too wide, it's going to be going off all the time. And we've got our 2 flash guns. Now, we've got a combination of receivers and transmitters. It's pretty simple. This is a simple setup, so bear with it. What I've done, I've downloaded off the Camtraption's website that little diagram. You can see that little reference diagram. It's just dead handy to have. So we have the PIR, that is on channel 1. We've also got the receiver that plugs into the side of the camera, that's on channel 1. The transmitter, which is on the top of the camera, and the 2 receivers on the flash guns, they're set onto channel 2. All right, that's important, otherwise it's not going to work. So for this particular exercise, this first attempt, I'm not messing around with the flash meter. I'm winging it. All right, so we're going to set it up how I envisage it to work. We're going to set it up at f8. We're going to pre-focus, manually focus. I'm going to set these at 1/16 power, and we'll see what happens, because they're quite close, you see. It's quite a close setup. So let's get that set up now. Well, looking on the back of the camera, it looks reasonably sharp. Well, it's as sharp as I can get it anyway. That, I don't know, that's it. We're winging it a bit. We said we were going to wing it, didn't we? I might just angle that one a little bit. So this one I've set on 1/32 power. This one, I've set that on 1/32. We'll just give it a go. That's the beauty of it, isn't it? We're just giving it a go. Right, let me show you. Let me grab you. So there, you can see the camera's set up. We're going to live view. There we go. So we're going to set it up at f5.6, 200th of a second. We've pre-focused. Going to put a bit of bird seed down. See what happens. There we go. And it's firing like a good one. Right, let's get packed up. We'll be back tomorrow. Well, morning folks. Let's go and see if we've got out. It's exciting. Right. Well, the food's gone, so that's a good sign. Let's just see. Yeah, just checked on the PIR, so it's still flashing. Let's see how many actuations we've had. I'm not expecting any great things, to be honest, but let's have a look. Right, playback. Oh wow, 354. So I'm surprised flashes haven't run out. Right, I'll tell you what we'll do. I think, oh there, oh wow, a big fat rat. Flipping out, there's also, and it's overexposed, so let me see if I can, it's hard to see on here, to be honest. I'll get the other camera, I'll get the little action camera on. Yeah, looking at it, too much power on the flashes, but there's loads of activity, a lot of rats. I weren't expecting to see them. A little bit out of focus, which is a shame, and the exposure is not quite right. That's right on there, but it's altering for some reason. So plenty of action anyway. Yeah, looking on the back of the camera, I don't know whether they're actually usable images. I don't want any pictures of flipping squirrels anyway, do I? Unless they're red ones. There's none of them round here. So anyway, I'll have a look through them, I'll take them back, have a look on the computer. But I think what we're going to do, it's a little bit close in, so I'm going to move the setup back, and I'm going to drop the power down on the flashes, and just have a look at the focus. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, I'm going to bump it up to, I dived in without looking really, so I should be on 250th of a second, I think it is, to sync it right with the flash, and I'm going to put it onto f8, so it gives me a little bit more leeway with the focus. So I'm just going to move it back a bit, only a foot, just to give me a bit of a wider area, and I'm going to keep the flashes in the same position. I'm just going to drop the power down a little bit. I'm going to and see if that makes a difference. So we'll do that, and then we'll come back tomorrow and see if that's made a difference. All right, so we'll see you in the morning again. Morning folks, right, we're back. Flipping heck, it's cowed this morning. I'm glad I weren't sat in a hide last night. Wow. Right, let's have a look. 796, well that's including what we had on from yesterday, so let's have a look. Right, so that's our field of view on this one. Press playback, there you go. 796. Oh there. Oh, I keep forgetting it's not a touch screen. Not as fancy as the Z9. And there we go. We can make that out. but sharpness, lovely sharpness. So that paid dividends, altering the focus on it. Let's have a look what else we've got. Lots of pictures of rats, but I wasn't really fussed, to be honest, about the subjects. All it is, it's just experimenting. I mean, I can't wait till we're out there having a go at the, oh, there you go, another. That's where I wanted it, on that bit of greenery there. But yeah, it's just an exercise in getting used to the setup, playing around with the flash powers. That's quite a nice one. So anyway, I'm not going to go through them all here, but I think that's been a success. I know it's took me 2 nights, but you know, for a first do, I'm I'm really happy with it, and it's dead good. Or just opening the back of the camera housing and seeing that you've got a lot of pictures, it's ace. And for this, you know, this time of year, perfect, isn't it? Really long, dark nights, and unless you're out doing night photography, it's great. It just gives you another avenue, and it's another you know, string to your bow, if you will. So I'm going to go back now, get these on the computer. I'll edit a few, and I'll put some of the best ones on. They're not award-winning shots by any stretch of the imagination, but it just goes, you know, it just shows you the potential. But just flicking through them there's a robin come down and a great tip with a squirrel. There's all sorts knocking about. So yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you like the videos, just press the subscribe button, will you? It does the channel no end of good. It's fantastic if you can subscribe. It just bumps the numbers up and it helps the channel along. It just helps me put a bit of fuel in car and buys little bits of gizmos like this so we can keep the channel running. All right, so yeah, give us a like, hit the subscribe button, and click that little bell icon, so when another film comes out you'll get a notification straight away, and then you won't miss any. All right, so we will see you before Christmas, but until then, thanks very much for watching. All the best, and we'll see you on the next one. Catch you later.